Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Now, this is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break it down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. My aunt told me my wedding day isn't all about me and I need to stop being selfish. So Mike, am I the asshole for not inviting my cousin to the wedding? Well, let's hear the reason. So my cousin is on a spectrum. Come on, man, you off to a wild start. And he struggles with social norms big time. He's my aunt's husband's son from his first marriage. So technically we're not even related by blood, but he has been around forever. The issue is he always makes these sexual comments towards me. Nah, buddy, let the tism lead him down a path of filth with the family members. Now, it's nothing over the top graphic, but still wildly inappropriate. Stuff like, your boobs look bigger in that shirt today. What's your Instagram? Nah, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. Or, I bet your boyfriend likes those jeans. It makes my fiance uncomfortable, and quite frankly, it makes me uncomfortable too. So when it came to my wedding, I decided I didn't want to risk him saying something like that on the biggest day of my life. I told my aunt he wasn't invited. Stay alert, stay alive. And that's when all hell broke loose. She went off on me, telling me I was selfish and pathetic. She actually had the audacity to say, the wedding day isn't all about you. Like this video if you think the aunt's full of shit. If you want people to waste their money buying gifts, dressing up and giving you money, then the least you could do is accommodate your guests instead of acting like a spoiled princess. Then she turned her fire on my fiance and she said, if his ego is so fragile that he can't handle a little comment, maybe you need to marry a real man instead of that big crybaby. Nah, that's nasty work, and I'm definitely not here for it. Lord knows if he's already crying over words, he'll fold when life actually gets hard. She wasn't done either. She made it clear that it was all about her. If my son can't go, then I won't be there either. Okay, one less plate to pay for. If you like it, I love it. I'll be damned if you embarrass me like that. Maybe you should remember who's family and who's not, because you're sure acting like you forgot. At this point, I'm trying to be reasonable, but it feels like she's twisting everything, making me the villain for not wanting to be sexually harassed on my own wedding day. Mike, am I the asshole? Are you the asshole? Absolutely not, but I'm definitely peeping the third-degree burns you got all over your body from your aunt trying to gaslight you to death. That's crazy. Talking about your wedding day ain't all about you. Who's it about? Talking about you need to, at least you could do is accommodate your guests. We got to get dressed up all nice, come bring you gifts, give you money on your day. The least you could do is let my son come and sexually harass you. I wish my fiance's cousin would be like, yeah, your boobs look bigger in that shirt today. Crossface chicken wing. I'm having the YNs in my family run down on homie. They gonna beat him back normal. He gonna have all them social cues working all over again. He gonna know, oh, dangers are lurking. Let me shut up. I'm peeping game now. I ain't trying to get my skull kicked back in like last time when I violated my cousin because I was admiring what God gave her. Nah. I'd have snapped out on your aunt too. I'd have talked super crazy to her. Oh, you know what? You ain't got to worry about getting dressed or giving me gifts or spending money because you're uninvited. I'd have taken the invite back like Nori did that dude, his dap, when he was with Jadakiss and them. That's what I would have done. You, your husband, your son, y'all don't even got to worry about coming. Stay home. I'll have somebody live streaming on Facebook. You could watch there. But if you pull up to the chapel with the static, I'm having my man's family run down on you and get the quick beat down, the 30-second beat down, and escort you off the premises. That's what I'm going to do. Don't pull up to the wedding. Don't call me. Don't text. I don't want no congratulations. Don't ask how we're doing. You're excommunicado. Because you obviously can't control your son. I know he got a little tism, so sometimes he say stuff he shouldn't, but you ain't correcting it. You let it go on long enough. So today I finally had enough. You're not coming to the wedding. And you want to act like this is about you? Oh, well, if he ain't coming, I ain't coming. I'd have been like, oh, shit, you just did me a favor. While you at it, tell your man he not coming neither. That's what I would have done. That's my advice. I'm telling you right now, nobody in my family could ever say something to me like that and expect me to just let it slide. Everybody's raised differently. Everybody views family differently. The moment you treat me like we ain't family, I'm going to return the energy. You're not my aunt no more. You a joint off the street, so I'm violating you now. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, that's my advice to you. Uninvite all three. Well, you never invited the cuz. Uninvite the husband and wife. The cuz ain't coming, and just stop talking to them. Let them see the pictures and the videos that the rest of your relatives took and tell them how nice the wedding was. Yeah, the lamb chops was fire. Oh, you had the salmon? Oh, yeah, I heard that was good too. A little drizzle, a little glaze on it. Oh, yeah, it was popping. Oh, they had good food there? Yeah, you should have been there. Oh, well, why you ain't come? Oh, yeah, you know, nah, she told me your son nasty. That's why y'all wasn't invited. That's what I would do. Don't let it bother you. You're definitely not the asshole. Congratulations on the wedding, and stay alert, stay alive. My daughter disobeyed me, so I shaved her head bald. Mike, my baby's dad called me up tripping, cussing me out like I was the problem. All because I told our 15-year-old daughter she wasn't allowed to be rocking no weave, wigs, or any of that ghetto nonsense. 10th grade with the 40-inch bust down is nasty work. Definitely not here for it. I even sent her to the salon to get her hair done the way that I approved of. And of course, that little brat went behind my back and got the weave anyways. Nah, she done said the silk press is a dub and backed out the bundles behind your back, moms. As soon as I saw it, I said, oh, you think I'm a joke? And I shaved all her hair off. Hey, yo, what? Yep, now she walking around school looking like Amber Rose. She at the lunch table with the one guard Even Steven getting roasted alive. Now my baby daddy calling me whining about how she's getting bullied at school, saying she's mentally distressed and wants a mental health day off from school. They didn't torture Shorty into needing a day off to recoup. Really? Because she can't handle the consequences of sneaking around and disrespecting her mother? I told him straight up that she better mentally take off that attitude and act like she knows, because he's going to school regardless. Like this video if you think she's wild as shit. I ain't against criticism, Mike, but this is only hair. It'll grow back. Bet your ass she don't get another wig, weave, or whatever when I say no. And if she wants to keep crying about it, that's his problem. He's the one being useless and dramatic. I ain't gonna lie, Mom. Gotta salute you, because this is a method usually used on boys. Boys be having braids, dreads, whatever, the little sponge dip, and then they cutting up in school. Dad come home. Oh yeah, you cutting up in third period? Give them to me. You know what I'm saying? They in school looking like Chauncey Billups in 5th grade. That's nasty work. You know what I'm saying? My man BJ's a barber. His son was cutting up. He used to put patches in his joint. Instead of just giving him the smooth 187, he's putting patches like he got the scabies or something. He used to be running wild on Lil Jizzle because he was cutting up in school. I was applauding him like, yeah, that's what you get. Now for the daughters, that's a little bit much, you know what I'm saying? Because the bullying is real. And these kids ain't built like the kids of my generation. I remember one time, quick story, I went to school, I was trying to get cornrows. I had the little fro, whatever was growing in. I ain't have quite enough hair to get it braided. And I remember the girl in my hood just did a bunch of puff balls, putting a rubber band at the bottom and leaving puff balls. Bro, I looked at like the dude from Boys in the Hood. I was like, nah, this is crazy. I got cooked for 3 periods straight. I took them joints out at lunch. So your daughter coming in 2025 with the EVE, nah, with the fade, nah, they gonna be bullying her like crazy. But I bet she don't ever do it again, like you said. So I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of here for it a little bit, but I gotta see the other side of it. She's a little girl, and she going in there with the, you know what I'm saying, with the breast cancer awareness, Scully. It's looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Kids is rude. They coming in, they making fun of her. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't really know the reality of losing a friend or a family member to cancer because they too young. When you get my age, you done seen 4 or 5 people go to the gates with the cancer. You know what I'm saying? So we take it serious. October coming around, we got the pink on and all that. She gonna go to school, they gonna start wearing pink. It's only September. We got a couple weeks for that. Yo, you gotta let her, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a conversation with her. But I ain't really mad at it though. You did what you thought you had to do. And Dad gotta kind of back you up, because now what's gonna happen is she's at the age where she's gonna be able to manipulate y'all. You tell her no, she go to Dad. Then she see Dad is arguing with you. She knows she can keep doing that. Y'all kind of gotta back each other in front of her. And then had a little sidebar over there. Yo, don't ever do that again. Don't ever cut my daughter's hair again. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about it first. Y'all gonna have to co-parent in like a mature, healthy way off to the side. But in front of her, y'all gotta be unified. You know what I'm saying? Unless one of y'all just do something bananas, then it's, you know, the 1v1. But yeah, I ain't mad that you shaved her head off, because I guarantee she probably scarred for life. She gonna be 25. They're gonna be like, yo, we got a photo shoot. You wanna put this lace front on? Oh, lace front on. She gonna swim it like Aaron Donald. Nah, I'm cool. I'm gonna go with the natural look. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get let me get a silk press. Don't put the weave in my hair. Nah, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad that you did it. It's funny. I ain't gonna lie, because I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in her classroom to see what the kids were saying about her. But a mental health day? That's absolutely not happening. Send her to school. Ain't no mental health day. I remember I was in the military and they was passing out cards where you could hold up and be like, I need a timeout break where you can't say nothing to me. Our drill sergeant ripped them shits up and threw them in the garbage. Ain't no timeout cards. I don't know if they still do it, but this generation is softer than ice cream, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think you did the right thing, you know what I'm saying? I think you and homeboy got to co-parent a little better, but you did the right thing, Mom. It's hair. It'll grow back. Tell your daughter when she go to school, stay alert, stay alive. I got a great woman at home, but I'm starting to miss my toxic, sneaky link. What's good, my brother? So here's my situation, right? I'm a middle-aged black man who's lived in a predominantly white community. Now, my boy, you was out there looking like a fly on rice at the residence. I was married before, and when that ended, I swear I'd never do it again. Yo, you got that PTSD, post-traumatic stressful divorce. Now, I worked at this job for over 15 years. Okay, you want a cookie? And during that time, I had what you would call a work wife. What's her Instagram? Nah. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. We laughed, flirted, and eventually about 5 years ago, it got personal. She's younger, white, and the type that's obsessed with the fairy tale. When you say fairy tale, you mean that BBC or nah? Marriage, kids, white picket fence, the works. So here's the problem. Her parents, they can't stand black men at all. Nah, the KKK lineage is nasty work, and I'm definitely not here for it, and neither will you be if you step foot in that house from Get Out. And she's such a follower that she'll smile in my face one minute, then act like she gotta hide me in the shadows the next. So yeah, nothing serious ever came of it. Then about a year ago, she started pressing me even harder. Hey, yo, what kind of BDSM vibes y'all got going on over there, my boy? Talking about her biological clock and how I owed her something after all these years of flirting, and how she wasn't gonna waste her youth on me if I wasn't gonna step up. Gas prices are soaring, but the gaslighting is at an all-time high. Like, excuse me? Meanwhile, this woman's living in her parents' house in her 30s, literally being tracked like a teenager just so she don't sneak off with dudes like me. Imagine that. Grown-ass woman sneaking around like a kid breaking curfew, yet demanding I give her a ring and some babies. Please. Now, around that same time, I started looking at one of my shorties. Let's call her Rhonda. I'm looking at her in a serious way. Now, Rhonda, man, she's the real deal. She got her life together. Big house paid off, career, AMG in the driveway, no baggage, no drama, just peace and good energy. What's her Instagram? Nah. This is definitely not for market research purposes and whatnot. So I relocated. I switched jobs, and me and Rhonda finally getting together. For the first time, I can actually see a real future. Okay, Marty McFly. But here's where Becky gets on my nerves. Even after I moved, she wouldn't leave me alone. Calling, texting, demanding I make time for her. Blowing up when I didn't respond fast enough. Stay alert, stay alive. She got so fed up with me leaving her on red that she blocked me on social media and stopped returning my calls. Honestly, part of me was relieved, like finally some peace. But I'd be lying if I said there wasn't that tiny part that kind of misses butter in her buns. Becky and buns in the same sentence? Like this video if you think he's full of shit. Still, let's be real. Becky is needy, entitled, and flat out annoying. She wants to act like a victim while secretly sneaking around and disrespecting me every chance she gets. Meanwhile, I got Rhonda, who's everything Becky wished she could be and never will. My brain knows what time it is, but the other head gets stupid sometimes, and that's why I'm here. Mike, please talk me out of dropping the bag, because the last thing I need to do is fumble Rhonda over Becky's toxic ass. Please help. Oh yeah, my man, I've been there. I mean, not with the Becky, because I only dabble in the Godiva chocolates and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But to each his own, I ain't here to judge, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, men do this. We get a super good woman, looks good, all this, situated, and then we be thinking about the way that Becky just wonga, and you be like, I need that one more time. But as soon as you put your dipstick back in her oil, it's gonna be banging on the door, coming at Rhonda as a woman. She'll be blowing up your phone. You gonna get jammed up. Fumble Rhonda with the AMG. Then I might slide in the DM like, hey Rhonda, I heard you were top tier elite. And then you gonna be writing me like, yo bro, I heard you was with my girl. Yeah, that ain't your girl no more. You fumbled her because you slid back to Becky, who still live with her raised. You know what I'm saying? So nah, don't do it. You think about Becky one time while you in the shower, get one out of there thinking about her so wifey don't catch you. And then once you pop off, pause. That thought of Becky will go right out the window. Because you said she's annoying, she's needy, she's entitled, her parents is the Klan. Yeah, I mean, you ain't say that, but that's the vibes I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? You Tyrone Biggums around them, you know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. Get out. You seen the movie? It's going to happen to you. Leave that girl alone. She blocked you, she stopped answering calls. That's it. You're free. You don't have to worry about her interfering with Rhonda, you fumbling that. But I ain't gonna say something. I will say this, bro. As a man, I read your letter. It's throwing me off a little bit. Usually men, when they describe women, it's usually beauty and physical. Yo, she got fat ass, big boobs, she's pretty, long hair, like all that. No kids, stuff like that. I never heard a man be like, she got a nice car, a nice house, I'm gonna live off her. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you want Rhonda to take care of you. I mean, you've been at your job for 15 years, but why do you care what financially Rhonda brings to the table? Why you ain't describe how fire Rhonda was? So now what I'm starting to think is Becky's fine. You miss buttering them buns because Rhonda's not easy on the eyes. Rhonda's a little throwed off in the face, but she got the, you know what I'm saying, the SL65 in the driveway, and you like, yeah, it needs that. When y'all got on dates, you don't always got to pay. Rhonda's slamming the car down like it's a dominoes game, you know what I'm saying? And you like, damn, finally, somebody taking care of your boy. But Becky didn't threw it all the way back to the esophagus. You didn't knock their cervix out the back of her spine, you know what I mean? Got her tailbone hurt, and she loving you. She didn't gawked it down. Probably ain't got no whammy, you know what I'm saying? You said buttering her buns. Buns and Becky, same sense? You're wilding. Becky don't got no cheeks, you know what I'm saying? You smack her ass, it sound like a screenshot. That's all I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? But the sex over there probably fire. Well, Rhonda, she probably a little bit older. You can't put the leg all the way up like that because she got the hip that might need to get replaced in about 5 years. You got to chill on Rhonda. Rhonda's the safe bet, but Becky's would get your juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to keep it a buck with you, man. I wouldn't choose Becky regardless because you already know her parents is racist. That would never work long term. She does want babies and all that. That's not going to happen. I might still hit her a little bit, you know what I'm saying, as long as she lets me if I'm not in a relationship. But I don't think you really turned on by Rhonda like that. I think you there for the financial gain because Rhonda seemed like she's really doing well. But that's what I'm picking up from this, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, don't do that to that girl. Let her live her life. Let her find somebody that's going to love her for her, treat her right or whatever, because you're going to slip up and crack Becky again. She's going to send you the nudes via the SMS or the iMessage. It's going to say C1 image. You're going to wipe away the magic, the invisible picture. And you're going to slide right back over there and be right back in the same situation. You didn't move and everything for this girl. So if you did all that, either try to work it out with Rhonda and leave that girl alone, or just break up with Rhonda and then go do whatever you want. That's my advice to you, bro. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy, and I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment and let me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter in the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it on a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.